Looky here, 3 of them done. All right, so now I gotta go work on the 4th and final chair. Oh, by the way, I'm banned Backyard Carpenter, Baby Boomers Can Do. Jane is elsewhere. Tony is getting ready to teach. But anyway, so that's the only one that's got armrests. So I take that's the head of the table. But anyway, let's go see what's outside. This is the 4th and final chair. Well, it's got armrests too. So 2 of them do, 2 of them don't. But see all this kind of whitish, yellowish. Well, that's when I put the gook on a couple of days ago, and now it's kind of hardened on me. And now I'm going to have to put a lot of the gooky stuff to be able to remove that. All right, so it's just going to be an extra effort. So what I'm going to do right now is start putting the gooky stuff on it, just lay it on thick, and wait about 30 minutes and come out and start removing it. Number 4 is down to the wood, and it's got all kind of, like I found some white oak, I found some pecan, so it's a mixture, but they stained it so it all became even. But it's interesting the species that are in it. But anyway, so now it's a matter tomorrow coming back and see if I miss a couple of spots, and then start actually staining these with I think it's a Red Mahogany is what we're going to be using. Until tomorrow, we can tell you I'm banned. Backyard Carpenter, Baby Boomers Can Do. Jane is elsewhere. Tony is getting ready to teach. And if you're looking at this on YouTube, please subscribe and like us. Y'all are the most fantastic folks on this planet. Ew! I've actually got all 4 of them stripped down. All 4 chairs are stripped down. Now there's a little cleat that helps hold the cushion up that's missing, so they ended up being 8 inches long, 1/2 inch thick, and 3/4 inch wide. So I'm in the process now. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm banned Backyard Carpenter, Baby Boomers Can Do. Today's temperature is going to be close to 100. Humidity is going to be way on up there, like 105. But anyway, I've got a fan blowing on me. I'm inside my garage, out of the sun. So anyway, so back to this. All 4 of them are done. This one, I think, because it was, they used some bleach on it at first, it's kind of bleached out. But by the time I determined that the stain is Red Mahogany. So what I'm doing now is making measurements for these little cleats, and I'll show you how to install them. Alright, this time I am going to use a little bit of glue, just going to help hold it in place. And this one's missing entirely, so I just kind of have to guess where they originally would have been. Alright, so it looks like right there. And here's my brads. Oh, by the way, it doesn't matter that I'm using pine. Well, all the rest of this is a mixture of hardwoods, because it's going to be stained, and also be underneath the cushion. You're not really going to see it. Let's do the other side. Putting a little bead of glue. All right, a little bead of glue. Don't need much. All right, and then line it up again where the cushion's going to sit. All right, nail it in place. Next thing I'm going to do, I don't need a brad nailer anymore. Now, next thing I'm going to do is put some buttons. These are wooden buttons, and what they do is they hide where the holes for the screws went. So I'm just putting just a pad of glue, alright? Then I'm putting them in place, alright? And you heard that click, which means it's in place. I got one more on this side. Again, just a little bit of glue. I can hold on to them. A little bit of glue, just to help hold them in place. Alright? And alright, so these are just decorative. They're made out of hardwood, just like a white oak. So let me go along and find some that are missing on the oven. Then I got to slightly wipe these down Got some debris left over, and then I'm going to start staining. This is red mahogany stain. Alright, some of the pigments have settled to the bottom, so I'm giving it a good stir to get everything mixed up. Alright. I need my box of rags. Oh, they're there. My box of rags. Okay, now what it is I'm going to be using a foam brush. I'm going to go ahead and start with this one that was kind of bleached out before I got a hold of it and start staining it. Well, when you're doing multi-staining like this, it's the anticipation that is. So anyway, I'm using a foam brush, okay, just a simple little foam brush. And I'm starting with the back of the chair. And also this is the one that looks like it kind of got bleached. Alright. So the longer you let stain stay on the surface, the darker it gets. Now I'm going to take just a box of rags and go ahead and take off the excess because I want the grain of this material to show. So I'm taking the excess off. Alright, now I've still got the grain, but I've got the red mahogany. So I'm going to keep doing this. I don't want to bore y'all watching me continue. So I'll be back when I have finished this chair. Alright, this was the first chair. It was kind of bleached out. Previous attempt to remove, you know, all the stain and whatever they use, polyurethane. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. Alright, I've still got to go over and rub down some excess stain because I really don't want it super dark. We're trying to match that. Alright, so I'm going to rub it down one more time. But this one would be the most difficult because of the previous attempt to try to, not by me, but to try to remove everything off of it. So that's the first one. 3 more to go. 2 down. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And 2 to go. Right, this is what they look after I've stripped them down to their species of wood, which I found all kinds, from pecan to white oak, a little bit of poplar, a little bit of ash. But anyway, so this is what they look like after I put red mahogany. I have converted to a brush, so I'm using a brush now. Got rid of the foam brushes, and now let's go to number 3 and 4. Okay, all 4 of them are done. I gotta let them sit for 24 hours, kind of wipe off any excess red mahogany stain. And then I'm gonna polyurethane them. It's a satin polyurethane to protect the chairs, kind of match the. Oh, by the way, I was going by. This is the drop leaf they left with me to kind of match the color. As you can see, it's kind of like semi-gloss. So, put this back where it was. Alexa, pause music. We had an issue with Facebook about music playing in the background. But anyway, so that's why I had to pause the music. So this is what they look like. 2 of them have armrests, 2 of them don't. They came out looking even the one that looked like it had got some bleach on it to try to clean off the material. But anyway, so I gotta wait 24 hours. I noticed that The reason I look up like this is because these are reader safety glasses, and so I'm looking up to see if I can see the camera. Listen, I'm Van, the Backyard Carpenter, the Baby Boomers Can Do. On Facebook, I've gone over to YouTube, and while you're at YouTube, please subscribe and like us, alright, so that we know how many people are enjoying this. So until tomorrow, 24 hours later, these are going to be dry enough for me to start putting the polyurethane on them. Until tomorrow, you have a most wonderful evening.